It's the NFL on EA Sports.
And at center stage, it's the Raiders' reigning league MVP.
He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Raiders and the Bears under the lights on Monday night.
Raiders offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the quarterback now in his 4th NFL campaign.
I think when you break down this game, Mike, I think it's really quite simple. I think it really comes down to the age-old, hey, be balanced on offense. Can their passing attack and rushing attack complement each other? Because what that does is it makes the defense defend the entire field. And then the #1 goal of every team, every week in the NFL, no self-inflicted negatives. That's tackles for loss, sacks, and then, of course, the most important one, don't turn the ball over. I hope we all appreciate just how difficult it is to throw the ball that well while on the run. And the way they teach it, Mike, is kind of cool. They actually teach the quarterback to disconnect your upper body from your lower body. Just keep your feet moving, and however your arm times up, just let it rip, and he does it about as well as you can ask.
A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a first down.
A quarterback who can extend the play with his legs, Mike, is just such a key element to today's modern offenses. You can see there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, but he decides to turn into a runner, picks up a great gain, and ultimately a first down.
He'll get it inside the 20. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. That one good for 29.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. He's going to tuck it and go. And he will score. Touchdown, Vegas. That is a heartbreaker for the defense. They took away what he wanted to do in the air, Greg, but that scrambling ability gets him to the end zone for the touchdown.
And the reason he was able to take advantage with his legs here, Mike, is he made a fast decision realizing there was nowhere to go with the ball. The amount of guys the defense had in coverage took those passes away. He tucked the ball down, took advantage of the space, and he was able to take it all the way.
Headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he has been doing it through the air and on the ground in this first month of the season, currently leading the NFL in rush yards by a quarterback. In motion is Myers. Throwing now from the gun. He's going to run it.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me. Picks up a solid gain here on first down.
We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll throw out of the gun. There he goes again. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. Now timeout Vegas. That is their second.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Raiders.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. He runs with it.
Quarterback does a nice job here sensing the pressure pretty quickly. Realizes he doesn't have a ton of time to operate from within the pocket. Decides to tuck the ball and rely on his legs. He's able to pick up a positive play.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. He keeps it himself.
That's just great awareness there, Mike. He's looking downfield. He doesn't see anything, but he is locked in to get that first down. He tucks it, becomes a runner, and gets past the marker.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
They'll look to throw. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
You have to come down with those opportunities. You're not going to get your hands on the ball very often as a defensive player. And when you do, let alone in the end zone, those are plays you just have to make.
And he's in. Brock Bowers. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Touchdown number 9 for the year.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession, worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. Remember, he had a touchdown on the ground earlier, something he's been able to do frequently this season, as you see where he ranks among NFL quarterbacks in rushing TDs. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down. In motion is Myers. Back to the air once more on 2nd down. He'll push this one downfield for Bowers.
I'll tell you what, Mike, considering how this offense has played in the first couple possessions, I'm surprised that one wasn't completed. It seems like that's the first miss of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Continue to build on this momentum because so far they've come out hot in this one.
He manages to get the throwaway and completes it. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
I'm just not sure how you let somebody that big get so wide open. And judging from the defense's body language, I think it's pretty safe to say that somebody blew their coverage assignment.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll look to throw yet again. Finding his tight end, Mayer. First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And That's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. These plays just kill you on defense. The pressure's good, but you have to contain them. Quarterback does a nice job of escaping the pocket, turns into a runner, scrambles for positive yardage.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. Now let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here going into halftime changes this entire game.
Now the first carry for the Rutgers Scarlet Knight, Isaiah Pacheco. And he does not want to go down. Somehow he turned that into a gain of 6.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. A big play there for the Raiders. 38 yards.
Well, I think it's pretty clear what the halftime message was from the coach, Mike. He said, I want to come out in this second half and deliver an early blow. Come out swinging. Well, I think they've made that statement pretty clear here to start the third quarter. And if they can finish this drive off with a touchdown, I think they'll have done just that.
He'll look to throw.
I can tell you from firsthand, Mike, seeing it unfold, runs like this demoralize any defense. I mean, he's been doing it pretty much since the beginning of the game, and they have yet to find an answer for keeping him under wraps. He has run wild from that quarterback position.
He'll drop to throw. That is caught, side of the end zone. Brock Bowers. Touchdown, Vegas. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening. What a big play, a little unscripted there. Greg, that is what tight ends do so well. Hey, you lived it. What are you thinking when the quarterback's on the move out of the pocket?
Scramble drill is the most difficult play to defend down here in the red zone, Mike. It stresses the coverage so much. When you snap your head around of your designed route and you see your quarterback has gotten moved off his spot, now it's just scramble rules. Stay in phase. Work friendly.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. He'll get that complete to Isaiah Pacheco. And he's going to take this up to the 17-yard line.
Well, he had such a great first half throwing the football. There's no reason to think, Mike, coming out here for the start of the third, that anything's going to change. He's picked up right where he left off, and the numbers are indicative of just how well he's played.
Open man downfield. He's got his tight end, Bowers. And he's out of bounds all the way into enemy territory, past midfield. A big play there for the Raiders. It's a gain of 43 yards.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given. but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else. And I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that...
And he's into the end zone yet again. Brock Bowers. Touchdown, Raiders. That is 3 touchdowns in this one, and he's up to 11 on the season. And that is the hat trick. What a game. His 3rd touchdown reception of this one.
And nothing they've done to slow him down has worked, Mike. This defense, they're throwing multiple guys at him. They're playing man, they're playing zone. It doesn't matter. This guy is having his way, and he's having a day.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Sensational stats in this one, and now that pass gets him over 300 yards on the evening. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. That's caught left side by Bowers. And he's got another one. Brock Bowers. Touchdown, Las Vegas. What a night he's having. That's 4 touchdowns in this game alone. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
In motion is Myers. To the air now on 1st and 10. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front. Just didn't quite get enough into that ball. You see sometimes the pressure, the rush, force a quarterback to throw the ball off his back foot. And I think there was a little bit of that here at play. You have to be willing to step up, even in the face of pressure, and get enough behind that ball to put that one a little bit more on the money.
That is caught by the tight end, Brock Bowers. Touchdown, Raiders. He is having a performance to remember. That is 5 touchdowns for him in this one game. And he continues to remain on fire. That is a rare NFL day. 5 touchdown passes thrown.
And Mike, at this point, the defense just looks completely lost out there. I mean, they have no answers whatsoever, giving up the 5th touchdown pass of this ballgame.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. He's going to look for the home run ball. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. The numbers there tell the story. That last completion moves him over 400 yards passing for the game. Here's 1st and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts. Stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
You can just see the reaction on the sideline. This defense thought they had themselves a critical stop. The mantra down here for all defensive coordinators, Mike, is takeaways, field goals. That's what you're trying to do. And
this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
So this one, a win for the visiting Raiders. They continue to be the hottest team in the NFL here in the first couple of months of the season as they remain unbeaten.